Hey everyone, Thor here with Poke Pulse, your finger on the pulse of everything Pokemon TCG. We've got a packed episode today covering three major market developments that every collector, player, and investor needs to know about. First, we've got some massive news about Prismatic Evolutions and 151 Restock coming way sooner than expected. Then we'll dive into Journey Together, analyzing the pull rates and price movements that might surprise you. And finally, we'll address the recent panic about certain card prices dropping and why it's probably not this doomsday scenario some YouTubers are claiming. So grab your binders, check your grades, and let's dive in. So let's start with what might be the biggest news of the week. Pokemon Company is actually coming through with restocks of Prismatic Evolutions and 151 products and much faster than we've seen in the past. According to Poke Beach, GameStop has relisted several Prismatic Evolutions products on their website with May release dates. We're looking at ETBs and binder collections coming May 10th, and the tech sticker collections dropping May 24th. They're also bringing back the Zapdos EX box from 151 with a May 24th release date. Now, there are a few things worth noting here. First, GameStop is pricing these slightly above MSRP, but compared to the secondary market right now, it's still an absolute steal. The regular ETBs are listed at $60 for non-pro members and $57 for pro members. The binder collection is $35 or $33 for pros, and the tech sticker collections are $18 or $17 for pros. The Zapdos box from 151 is $25 or $23 for pros. The catch? These are exclusively in-store purchases, no online orders. That's a bummer if you don't have a GameStop nearby or can't make it on release day, but here's the silver lining. If GameStop is getting these restocks, there's a good chance other retailers will too. We just don't have confirmation of that yet. And what's really interesting is how quickly this restock is happening. Historically, Pokemon has taken 6 to 9 months to reprint products, but Prismatic only released in January, so we're talking about a much faster turnaround. This suggests they're really ramping up production capacity, which could be good news for availability moving forward. To put this in perspective, Prismatic ETBs are currently selling for around $130 to $140 on the secondary market. They started at $150 on release, dipped to about $100 to $120, and have climbed back up. So getting these at $60 is still more than 50% below market rate. The tech sticker collections are going for about $40 to $45, and the binder collections around $75 to $76. The Zapdos box from 151 is around $46 currently, but was as high as $56 recently. May is shaping up to be an absolutely insane month for product drops. Beyond the Prismatic and 151 restocks, we've got the accessory pouch on April 25th, the Super Premium Collection on May 16th, and Destiny Rivals at the end of the month on May 30th. Your wallet is going to be screaming, but your collection might thank you. Let's shift gears and talk about Journey Together, which has been out for a little while now. I want to break down what we're seeing with pull rates and how the market is responding to this set. First, the pull rates for Journey Together are substantially better than what we saw with Prismatic Evolutions and Surging Sparks. Based on the data, gold cards are appearing at a rate of about 1 in 137 packs, special illustration rares at 1 in 186, regular illustration rares at 1 in 186-12, ultra rares at 1 in 15, and regular EXs at 1 in 5. To put that in practical terms, you're looking at a special illustration rare approximately every 2 to 3 booster boxes, about 3 illustration rares per box, 2 ultra rares per box, and around 7 EXs per box. The overall secret rare hit rate is around 16%, which means you're getting quality hits in about 13 to 14 cards per booster box. That's a huge improvement over the brutal pull rates from Prismatic. Another thing people are noticing with Journey Together is the card quality. Several collectors are reporting that the cardstock feels better, more like Japanese product with improved texture. This could potentially impact the graded market down the line if cards are coming back with higher grades more consistently. Despite the improved pull rates and quality, the sealed product pricing remains elevated. Booster boxes are holding around $240 to $250, which is about $80 above MSRP. The enhanced version with the box topper is actually slightly cheaper at around $230. ETBs have come down from a ridiculous pre-release price of $120 to a more reasonable, but still high, $82. And what's interesting is that despite these high sealed prices, single card prices are falling pretty dramatically. Lily's Clefairy, the chase card, has dropped 26% to around $236. The N and Zoroark Eeks has dropped 30% to around $145. Salamence has fallen 46% to $130. Hoppin' Zacian EX is down 50% to under $100. The Articuno illustration rare that everyone loves is down 27%. The one exception is Iono's Bellabolt, which has actually increased in value, but that's largely due to Iono's popularity across the entire Scarlet and Violet era. This creates an interesting dynamic where the sealed product remains expensive, but the singles are becoming more accessible. Generally, when single prices drop this much, sealed prices follow, but we're not seeing that yet. It suggests that people are still valuing the experience of opening packs over the strict expected value of the cards inside. For comparison, Journey Together's pull rates are very similar to Stellar Crown, which was also well received as a fun set to open, but Stellar Crown's most expensive card is only around $60 to $70. If Journey Together follows a similar pattern, we could see even more dramatic price drops on singles. For long-term investment considerations, a lot depends on how Pokemon handles reprints. Will they reprint the enhanced version, the non-enhanced version, or both? That could significantly impact the relative value of each product type. For now, if you're in the US, sealed product is holding at around $6.60 per pack, while in the UK it's closer to £5 per pack, which is actually quite reasonable compared to some recent sets. Finally, let's address something that's causing a bit of panic in some collecting circles. The recent price drops on certain chase cards, particularly the Charizard EX, from 151, and some Surging Sparks cards. I've seen several videos and posts with dramatic titles suggesting we're witnessing the beginning of the crash or the market correction is here. Let me be very clear, these reactions are completely overblown. What we're seeing is normal market behavior, not a crash. Let's look at the Charizard EX from 151 as an example. Yes, it's down about 15% over the past month. But zoom out to a 6-month view and you'll see it's still up dramatically overall. This kind of fluctuation is completely normal in any market. When cards reach certain price points, some people decide to sell, which increases supply temporarily. Meanwhile, attention shifts to newer releases, which can temporarily reduce demand for older sets. This is Economics 101, not a market collapse. The Pikachu X from Surging Sparks has also decreased from its peak of around $450, and the Latios card has fallen more significantly. But again, these are natural corrections after massive run-ups, not indicators of a market crash. It's worth noting that these drops in individual card prices are happening while the sealed market remains strong or is even increasing in value in some cases. If we were truly facing a market crash, we'd see coordinated declines across all product types. What we're witnessing instead is the normal ebb and flow of a healthy market. Cards aren't stocks. They don't just go up forever without occasional pullbacks. When you see a 10 to 15% decrease after a 200% increase, that's not a crash, it's a healthy correction. The Pokemon TCG market is more mature and complex than some people give it credit for. Supply and demand dynamics, release cycles, reprint announcements, and shifting collector interests all play roles in price movements. If you're panicking over these minor adjustments, you might want to reconsider your approach to collecting. Pokemon cards have demonstrated remarkable long-term resilience as collectibles, but day-to-day or even month-to-month price fluctuations are completely normal. Well, that brings us to the end of today's market analysis. To recap, Prismatic Evolutions and 151 products are getting restocked at GameStop in May, with a chance of wider retail availability. This is happening much faster than historical reprint timelines, suggesting Pokemon is ramping up production capacity. Journey Together has excellent pull rates, comparable to Stellar Crown, much better than Prismatic or Surging Sparks. The card quality seems improved, but single prices are dropping while sealed remains expensive. Recent price decreases on some chase cards are normal market behavior, not the beginning of a crash. The overall market remains strong, particularly for sealed product. Looking ahead, May is going to be absolutely stacked with product releases. The Super Premium collection for Prismatic looks incredible, but is currently overpriced on the secondary market at $450. Wait for the official release if you can. And of course, Destiny Rivals at the end of May is building massive hype, with booster boxes already pre-selling at $300 to $400. The big question is whether Pokemon can maintain this increased production capacity to meet demand. The faster restock of Prismatic is a promising sign, but we'll need to see if they can keep it up across multiple sets. As always, my advice remains the same: buy what you enjoy, open what you want to open, and invest in what you believe in for the long term. Don't get caught up in short term price movements or FOMO. This hobby is meant to be fun after all. That's it for this episode of Poke Pulse. I'm Thor, and remember, chase cards, not trends. I'll catch you next time.